here's the
uplifting.
thing. It's not our world.
None
That's
of
the
this is
key.
real?
Nope.
So you're just passing
We don't
through.
matter. We don't matter.
Then I watched everybody like talking 1,000 miles an hour up there, receiving their awards, and I was like, I'm dead.
They said Gucci Mane isn't really Gucci Mane. That's Hobson. They gave him plastic surgery to become Gucci Mane. And now they saying Damar Hamlin isn't Damar Hamlin. And if you ever watched the TV show The Boys, you know about Noir. You know how Noir died, but they had somebody else come back to play him. That's crazy.
You're saying that you think they take people out and...
Jim Carrey recently reappeared at the César Awards 2026 in Paris after months away from the public eye. It was the first time he had been seen since November of the previous year, and many fans online were shocked by how different he appeared. People pointed out changes in his mannerisms, facial features, eye color, and even the way he spoke. Some viewers said the creases on his face looked different and his overall appearance seemed transformed. During the event, Carrey joked about preparing a speech in French, explaining that he spent a lot of time writing, researching, and practicing it, but still felt nervous when he saw other winners speaking rapidly while accepting their awards.
If they're telling you that there's no clones, the guy telling you is probably a clone. At this, we do that to people.
During the same appearance, Carrey delivered a strangely philosophical remark, saying that there is ultimately no real meaning to any of it, and that he chose to attend the event almost as a joke about meaninglessness. He also made a comment suggesting that shamelessness is not a superpower but rather the mark of a villain, adding that kidnapping is not something great nations should do. The unusual tone of the comments left some viewers confused, and a brief moment in the conversation even led someone nearby to ask if he had just made a gang sign, prompting a playful response.
It's a wonderful feeling. I really took on a pretty big challenge trying to do my speech in French. So, I wrote it and I researched it and I practiced it like crazy. But, it's, then I watched everybody like talking 1,000 miles an hour up there, receiving their awards. And I was like, I'm dead.
After the footage spread online, many people began comparing this version of Carrey with the one seen in earlier interviews and appearances. Some internet users claimed he did not seem like the same person at all. A conspiracy theory quickly circulated suggesting that Carrey had been replaced by a clone. Supporters of this idea pointed to past moments where Carrey criticized Hollywood and spoke about humiliation rituals, secretive behavior, and controversial practices behind the scenes in the entertainment industry. In contrast, his recent appearance showed him speaking positively about the industry, which fueled speculation among those already suspicious.
There's no meaning to any of this, so I wanted to find the most meaningless thing that I could come to and join, and here I am.
And we need to be clear, shamelessness is not and will never be a superpower. It is the mark of a villain. Kidnapping is not what great nations do.
Is that a gang sign? Have you,
like you don't know what it is.
As the discussion intensified, some people suggested the person seen at the awards might simply be a lookalike or a YouTuber performing a prank. Others speculated about the involvement of Alexis Stone, a well-known transformation artist famous for turning himself into celebrities using prosthetics and makeup. However, Stone publicly clarified that he had nothing to do with the situation. Fans then began revisiting old interviews where Carrey once mentioned occasionally using body doubles in his career, which added another layer to the online debate.
Conspiracy theory about beloved Hollywood actor Jim Carrey right now because people are saying he's acting and looking very different. Did the Illuminati finally get their loudest whistleblower and clone him, thus silencing him? This is like two conspiracy theories in one, so here's everything you need to know.
I'm here tonight to blow the lid off it, to be the whistleblower.
So yesterday, 64-year-old Jim Carrey received a César Award in Paris, which is like a French Oscar. And he was just suspiciously acting out of character for the iconic Jim Carrey personality. And longtime fans also noticed he looked younger or very different. And for a lot of actors in Hollywood, that's the norm. He's 64. I support people getting work done. But a lot of conspiracy theorists who are really just diehard fans say normally Jim Carrey would never do this. His whole brand is drastically changing his facial expressions and melding his face into whatever he needs to do for his role. It's just the last person you would ever expect to do that. But what's really freaking people out and driving home the conspiracy theory is that his eyes are a completely different color now. They are green, but they used to be very obviously brown. Is it him? is someone new under the mask. And Jim Carrey is infamous for his whole career long time giving very powerful speeches against government corruption, against capitalism, against those in power.
Despite those explanations, some internet commentators insisted the figure seen at the event was neither a body double nor makeup trick. They argued that this version of Carrey seemed to contradict the beliefs he had expressed in the past. In older interviews, he often spoke about spirituality, meditation, and his dissatisfaction with the entertainment industry. Yet at the awards ceremony, he appeared enthusiastic about acting and Hollywood again. The controversy grew so large that other celebrities were pulled into the conversation. For example, Megan Fox was rumored to have reacted on Instagram, joking that she needed to know whether the situation was real because it was becoming too stressful to follow.
Talking about Jim's problem with the as he calls them, the stockerazzi.
This is the
phrase
that I coined.
They stalk you. He coined that. He came up with that.
Yeah.
So how do you handle it? What is the solution? Because a lot of folks would be interested in this. What do you do?
I've done this a few times now, and it's using a decoy.
I'm sorry, a decoy?
Using a decoy. It sounds so ridiculous, but it works like
a double.
It's fantastic.
Like a Jim Carrey double.
A Jim Carrey double.
Well, yeah, that's amazing.
So what I do is I send him off in one direction, sucks all the press in that direction, and I can just have my day. And
whatever you want to
go
do.
Wherever I want, totally unmolested. It's fantastic.
Right.
And,
well, they say the best ideas are the simplest ones, and this really couldn't be more simple.
It really is
and
amazing.
I'm sure it works.
Supporters of the cloning theory pointed to statements made by Kanye West, who had previously warned in interviews that if he ever returned acting or speaking differently, people should question whether it was really him. According to those spreading the theory, the pattern supposedly repeats. A celebrity becomes disillusioned with fame, begins speaking critically about the industry, disappears from public view for a period of time, and then returns behaving differently while defending the same system they once criticized.
Gang sign? Have you,
Oh, like you don't know what it is. You don't know what that is.
I have no idea.
You don't know. Jimmy Fallon doesn't know. David Letterman doesn't know.
We don't know.
All the comics and show business don't know what this is. Right? Yeah.
What is it?
Come on, Jimmy. Seriously, the time is up. People are hip to this kind of stuff. I'm here tonight to blow the lid off it, to be the whistleblower. I'm sick and tired of the secrets and the lies. It is the secret symbol of the Illuminati, and you're a part of it, and it is the all-mocking tongue.
Oh, I like it. You just
It's the symbol of the all-mocking tongue, and I'm sick of it. I want everybody to be in on the joke, man. You know what I mean? For years now, talk show hosts, people on television, people in sitcoms have been hired by the government to throw you off the track, to distract you, to make you laugh and stuff like that, make you happy and docile so you don't know what's really going on. You know, and they get out there in the woods in a circle naked and they decide these things and, you know, look at them trying to...
Some people claimed this exact pattern could also be seen with Kanye West after his public controversies and disappearance from the spotlight. When he later returned to public life, critics online argued that his behavior seemed drastically different. They referenced his relationship with Bianca Censori and other public actions that they believed contradicted earlier statements he had made. In those circles, supporters of the conspiracy theory claimed the change in behavior was part of an effort to damage his reputation and portray him as unstable.
We're gonna take your money, we're gonna block you, we're gonna do this, we're gonna take your life. Like a lot of, my life has been I wake up every day just surprised to be alive. Like, because of how many threats I got from political to, Twitter commentary to all that, just like going through, just be like, boom, I'm exposed because the first step to cleaning up some is like people be like, man, there's some smell, it just smell like that. It's like, have you checked under that couch? But nobody want to lift up that couch. And if you go to lift up the couch, the whole industry is like, stay away from that couch. Yeah. We found out that my trainer was a MK Ultra Canadian intelligence.
He worked in the defense research and development in the Canadian military, essentially working on PSYOPs in the Canadian military. This is Harley Pasternak.
Yeah, what I'm saying is, look, they tried to medicate me. I was exhausted. They wrongly diagnosed me, and they when I asked them how much lithium did you want to put me on exactly? It took them 4 days to answer because they were embarrassed about the amount, right? And I refused to take this, right? You understand that if I had taken the medication, I would not be here, and it would have been, he was deeply troubled. We miss him. We love his music, though.
Well, they would have Britney Spears too. I mean, look at
they would have Michael Jackson
or worse, yeah.
So look.
One of the biggest talking points involved Kanye's decision to return to medication. In earlier interviews, he had spoken strongly against being medicated, suggesting that powerful people were trying to silence him through drugs. Later reports that he had agreed to resume treatment led some fans to argue that this contradicted everything he had previously said. For believers in the theory, this sudden reversal became more evidence that the person appearing publicly was not the same Kanye they believed they knew.
Phony! The phony would clone me! Just watch how they cloned me! Hey, look at me, saw me!
I was Ye, and then they started making more Ye's.
I think Kanye is a clone. I wholeheartedly believe what I'm about to say. I think there are clones, and I'm going to tell you why. Remember, he was really talking a lot. The cabal didn't like that, you know? The Illuminati, the cabal, they did not like how much he was saying. He was calling a lot of people out, and he said, if I go away and I come back and I look different, that is not me.
If I ever went anywhere, we know why.
What the happened? He was gone.
He did that because he wanted to gain weight. I would do that too. I'm going to do that next summer.
Look at him. Compare old photos of him. It's not the same in person. It's not. Don't cancel me, Hollywood.
How do you think that these people would hide that, Kristen? If somebody tried to clone you, I would scream it from the top of the mountains like that's not Kristen.
You literally will get...
Oh my goodness gracious.
I believe this with every ounce in my...
According to some internet communities, the idea of cloning celebrities is supposedly an open secret in the entertainment world. They claim that whenever a star becomes difficult for the industry to manage, that person disappears and later returns looking and behaving differently. These claims have even been extended to Sean Diddy Combs. Online discussions compared different photographs of him and argued that certain facial features appeared inconsistent, which they interpreted as signs of a possible replacement.
I would rather be dead, not in jail, because I'd rather be dead than to be on medication. No one from the family has taken any responsibility for my hospital visit, but if it were to go on mine, that's 50% of what people say at least. Or maybe, am I lying?
It doesn't matter.
Am I lying? It do matter! It does matter! It does matter! I mean, morally, you just said,
I have to finish the sentence.
It does matter!
It matters to us and you. It doesn't matter what the internet says. It matters what we think. Yay.
So what do you think? Did you have an effect on my mental health?
Yes. 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 I'm saying yes. And I love you. I love you. I don't want you to be not perfect. I love you. And I want my daughter to love you the way you want her to love you.
The rumors surrounding Diddy went further, with some internet users pointing to alleged flight records suggesting that his private jet was active around the time of his arrest and may have traveled toward the Caribbean. From this speculation, conspiracy theorists proposed that a clone could be serving his legal consequences while the real person remained elsewhere. Some commentators also referenced discussions by Joe Rogan about powerful elites and unusual theories, using those conversations to fuel their suspicions.
Clone? Apparently there's this thing spreading around where people are saying that the person that's actually in jail is not the real Diddy. Let me catch you up to speed. This is a real photo of Diddy. Notice the markings on his face? They're very prominent, and they are from the real Diddy. However, in this mugshot right here, you do not see these markings at all, so people are claiming that whoever is in jail, allegedly, supposedly, is not the real Diddy. This photo always terrified me. There's just something off about this photo. To make matters even more weird, Diddy's private jet is still flying around as we speak and making stops in various locations around the world. Just a few days ago, his private jet was spotted at Auckland Airport, a spot normally reserved for private aircraft. This is from the account Celebrity Jets. They're actually tracking P. Diddy's private jet flight path. And this is when it was landing at New Zealand. And 2 days ago, it was at Honolulu, Hawaii. This is the actual private jet that Diddy owned. And you can see him getting off this private jet.
Another celebrity drawn into the discussion was Jamie Foxx. Rumors about him began after he stepped away from the public eye following a serious but undisclosed health issue. Because Fox never fully explained what happened during that period, some online communities created theories claiming he had been replaced by a clone as well. His disappearance and later return to public events led some people to question whether it was simply a private medical recovery, internet myth-making, or something more mysterious happening within Hollywood.
That nigga gonna make you watch his funeral. Nigga televised his funeral. He ain't even dead. He was just up there. Let me be specific. Anything I say tonight is allegedly, bitch. I don't know shit. I just be up here talking. I love Jamie Foxx. Let me say that. I love Jamie Foxx. But his clone ain't shit. His clone kept on messing up. The clone showed up with a face full of freckles. We ain't never even seen Jamie Foxx with freckles. Clone is stupid as hell. The clone didn't even have a tattoo on the back of his head. I couldn't believe it. I watched the whole thing twice. I still don't know what had happened was. That nigga I did the story with and somebody gave me an aspirin and 21 days later, wait a minute, what? That sounds like somebody gave you a dick. You got to be more specific, sir. I'm scared of all this. And they don't invite me nowhere because they know what the f*** is up. I want to see the shenanigans, my nigga, but I do not want to participate. This is when I knew I was gonna fuck with Jamie. This was having butt-naked basketball parties. And I love basketball. But I don't love basketball.